All right, everybody, welcome to Indianapolis. Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth with the Raging Gate Racing Network, the one that brings you all the coverage tonight for Inspired. And the way I see it, we'll be doing it for the foreseeable future. Right now, practice underway. Mike Hauser, top of the board. Hunter Rozelle, second row. Will Hoyt, Travis Farmer. Rounds out the top five. But nonetheless, the man is going for not just one, or not, all right, I'm already messing up already. Right now, the driver going for two in a row at the Brickyard and in a very long winless streak. Elijah Fisher right now rolling out onto the racetrack. We'll try to get a word with him in a minute. Right now, excuse me, there we go. But right now, get a word with the man who came so agonizingly close on Saturday to getting the win 3 corners away, as a matter of fact. So you cannot get a word with Mike Hauser. Mike Hauser, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, what's going on, Garrett?
Well, right now, third on the running charts. Pretty sweet looking 43 machine. Does it have what it takes to get the job done tonight?
I think so. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of work. I'm not going to lie, this track shreds tires. There's not a lot of grip, very tight, and the dirty air is going to magnify that by like 10. So it's going to take some creativity. It's going to take some strategies maybe, and just trying to be patient with the car. Like, I'm 5 laps in and the car is already not feeling great. So you're going to have to be patient with the car. You're going to have to, I don't know, keep your head on your shoulders, you know? And with the draft here, you're going to have some crazy bonsai moves going into some of the corners. So I think to start the race, I don't know where I'm going to start, but I just want to feel it out and see what the car gives me and then try to adjust from there if possible.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully we get ready to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you, Garrett. I hope so, too.
Right now, Mike Hauser, third quickest on the charts. Just give me a few seconds here if I gotta double check something. All right, now that other hiccup's out the way. Right now, Kate Cannon, fastest on the speed charts, and for Cannon, as he bounces off the wall, knocks the toe out of the car. Last year, for the opening 25 laps, everybody could agree that Kate Cannon had the fastest car in Indy. However, the price of that was he burned his tires up too soon, fell back, and I hate to say it on national television, he was never a contender after that again. So the key tonight will be the driver who can save the tire and really the one who can survive at the end of this race will be the ones having a good shot tonight. With that being said, let's get the driver who is looking to go back to back here right now, third on the speed charts. Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, I do.
Well, looking to go 2 in a row at the Brickyard tonight. We talked to you last Monday after Daytona. You felt confident in the car. Right now, 5th on the speed charts. Do you feel like you have what it takes to end an 18-race winless streak tonight?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like if I call my shot, it might go the other way. But I think this team's well prepared. We've got plenty of good strategies we could run tonight. We've got a really fast car. These Ford Mustangs are ready to go out there, and Falcon Motorsports always says just the best equipment, best cars I could ask for, and got some great teammates, and I think once we kind of see the trend of the race, I think once we make that call on strategy, I think we'll have something for this field to kind of have to deal with.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight from here on out. Maybe we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So right now, Elijah Fisher 5th on the speed charts, but right now everybody's chasing the two loners tonight. Cade Cannon, Colt Ward, top of the board, 53, 521 for Cannon, 529 for Ward. On down, David McCullough, Jackson Hadaway, Elijah Fisher, top 5, Shane Harr, Hot Shot, Josh Henderson, Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser, and Aaron Stanton. The top 10. Of course, Stanton does not count. He's race control. So if you want to make one that counts, Ben Knert right now in the 10th spot. Well, we still got about 8.5 minutes remaining of the pre-show. Let's see. Well, I will tell you this, and this will actually give me some ground to go off of. Points coming into the night, you're going to look at a top 16 instead of top 17 tonight. Coming into the night, Shane Harr, 114 points over the cut line. Fisher, 73. Colton Ward, 58. And them are really the 4 drivers who are still safe at the moment as we head into what is going to be the most critical point of the season. Drivers who are not completely safe. Travis Farmer in by 37. Mike Hauser in by 24. Stephen Henning Jr. in by 22. Wilson Lyota 21-19. Though a great cushion, nowhere near safe. If I was Mike Hauser and Stephen Henning and Wilson and Lyota, actually I might have one of them backwards. I do. Instead of Wilson and Tyler Stone. Get that edited later on. But alright, so just replace Wilson with Stone, and that's who you got. So if I was Stone or Lyota, I would not be breathing easy tonight. If I was Thomas Hernandez, I'd be paranoid. Well, first off, let's get the driver who comes into tonight after a not such a great run, to say the least, in Daytona, and took one of the vicious hits at the race. And now finds himself out by 10 points. Jason Williams, Garrett Jenkins up here at Broadcast Booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I got you, Garrett.
Well, you enter tonight. First off, are you feeling any better? That was a rough hit at Daytona you took.
Oh, yeah, we're good. We recovered fine, and we're ready to go.
Well, you entered tonight because of that incident and the up and down night that you had. You entered tonight out by 10 points over or under Hernandez right now, who is the gatekeeper. Do you feel like the car has the pace enough to have a shot at the win tonight, or do you feel like strategy and saving tire and fuel will be a bigger role tonight versus overall speed?
Well, no, I don't. At the moment, I don't feel like we've got a car for the win, that's for sure. I think a conservative night will probably be best for me. You know, it's kind of relief being on the outside looking in. I'd much rather run hard to get in than to try to defend it, I guess you'd say.
Well, buddy, that being said, I'll ask you the last question before I let you drop down and get ready. I'll ask you this. Do you feel like tonight, as we go into one of the most critical parts of the season, actually from here on out will be the most pivotal point, do you feel like you're not racing the guys around you or under you, for say, because Cade Kennett out by 27 and then the rest on down? Do you feel like tonight and the rest of the season that you can see coming into tonight will be more or less trying to race Hernandez for that 10th spot, or really where's the mindset as we enter some of the more, I guess you say, technical tracks?
You know, it's kind of funny you brought that up. I made a point not to look to see who was in front of me in points or who was behind me.
Well, I kind of busted that bubble now, didn't
So I'm gonna run my race, and we'll let the cards fall as they shall.
Well, buddy, best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully we'll get talked to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Right now, Jason Williams, 14th on the grid. Hernandez up to 12th. We'll get the other side of the stick here. Thomas Hernandez, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, I just talked to the man who right now is within arm's reach of knocking you out of the top 10 again. I will ask you two questions. One, do you feel like tonight will be more strategy and conservative over overall speed? And then my last question for you before I let you get ready for qualifying coming up in a few short minutes. Do you feel like you're more or less racing the 40 more than the rest of the field, or do you feel like it's just going to be business as usual as we enter the most critical points of the season?
I think it's just going to be business as usual. I mean, we still got such a long way to go, and we got some tough tracks coming up. I feel like with this track, it is a little bit more with saving, because considering last year, like, it all came down to saving right at the end for whoever won that race. So I think it's just going to be a long, clean race, maybe a few green flag pit stops, and it's just a matter of keeping it clean and staying fast, but being conservative. It's the best way to put it.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yes, sir. You too.
Now, a bit of a sentimental part here. To the one man who, if I'm not mistaken, is from Indiana. Right now, that will be the driver of the 22. Right now, currently 20th on the speed charts. Let's see, can I get a word with Robert Wilhoit? Robert Wilhoit, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Hey, what's going on?
Well, bit of a sore throat tonight, I can tell. But so I ask you this one question: we're in your home state, at your home track of Indianapolis. What would it mean to go to victory lane tonight?
It mean everything. Sorry.
I can't understand, buddy. With that being said, I'm go ahead.
Sorry, I lost my voice today.
I'll be damned. Well, buddy, I'll drop you back down. Best of luck to you tonight. Go try and win it here in Indiana.
Thank you.
And the worst time of the course. Trust me, I've been dealing with it for the last 2 weeks. That being said, just over a minute to go. We've got time for one more interview. Probably going to carry it over to qualifying. But right now, David McCullough up to second quickest. As a matter of fact, Colt Ward, McCullough, Har, Kane Kennan, and Aaron Stanton again. Rounds out the top 5. Jackson Highway, Elijah Fisher, Travis Farmer, Chris Lund, Hotshot Henderson. The top 10. Matter of fact, let's get old Hotshot up here in the booth. Josh Henderson, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a buddy?
Hey, I got you. You got me?
Yeah, about time. Well, buddy. Man, what a rough couple of weeks it has been for the 17 team. Missing the first Daytona race, and then obviously a victim of circumstances with the wreck falling into your lap last week. How do you try to rebound from that and try to make up some ground, more or less?
Yeah, you're telling me, man. Daytona was unfortunate. I think I believe I led the most laps, was in position the whole race up until kind of just got caught in people's laps. Had a car fall right in front of me, couldn't do much. And then same with Iowa. I put myself in a situation where I could try to score some points there, lead a lap, and then another car fell in my lap. So let's hope nobody falls in my lap today, and let's just get back on track. I mean, we had a great start to the season, winning 2 top 5s, top 10s. Just got to kind of put a whole race together here and hope for a little bit of luck.
Well, buddy, Best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll still get talk to you at the end of this thing and try to get win number, what would it be, 3 of the season?
3. Win number 3. We got to chase Shane back down after missing Daytona Road Course. Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you. Hopefully we'll get talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you, buddy.
Yes,
Have fun.
sir. Yes, sir. So Hot Shot Henderson rolling out now onto the racetrack. However, the last time we were in Indianapolis qualifying, Cade Cannon sat on the pole. Looks to do the same tonight, followed by Joseph Maddox, Chris LaOda. I don't know if I will get a look at some of these paint jobs. There's Joseph Maddox in the Focus cam. Chris LaOda right behind him. In the Rockstar car, followed by Jackson Hadaway. Bringing back the PGR Esports machine. Colton Ward will be Black Flag, which Ward's going to probably tend to start in the back anyway. Ty Wilson in the very familiar HendrickCars.com. Just to name a few drivers. As right now, Cade Cannon on the clock. Cannon very smooth, 3 and 4. Drivers going to have their handfuls tonight. The 121-degree track temp. Track slicker than goose knot. As Cade Cannon comes across the line with just over 3 minutes remaining in qualifying. The time to beat 53.354. The first lap. Joseph Maddox at the line. Not enough. 323, 54, 323. Several other drivers coming across the line. Josh Anderson up to P2. Jackson Hadaway third, LaOda, Bobby Hadaway, Joseph Max, and Ty Wilson. The top 7. Henderson will call it done after 1 lap. Is it really 1 lap? No, it's 2. George is calling it done. David McCullough, top of the board. Hernandez will slide into 3rd. Farmer 5th. Jason Williams 7th. Right now, 2nd lap. Cade Cannon is not improving on his 2nd lap, so right now that 354 will stay locked in. McCullough wrapping out bottom very well. Going in a massive turnaround from here on out for David McCullough. Is this lap an improvement? It is not a massive fall off. 53.708. It's a massive loss. Shane R. Right now, fast lap 53.399 for Har with just over a minute remaining in qualifying. We're off a turn 4. This will be it right now. 5th quickest is an improvement to not Mike Hauser now off the front row. Survey says 324, not enough. Well, I'll be damned, Mike Hauser didn't lay down a lap. Right now, the defending winner of this race, Elijah Fisher. Right now, 20th. Elijah Fisher, you know, the first lap's a throwaway lap. This lap might be good enough for the top spot. 53.518, 8th quickest for Fisher. That was anticlimactic. Tyler Stone. Right now, 20th on the board. 21st, Wade Alexander up to 14th at the line. He'll be the last driver for a shot in the pole. He will not get it. Mike Hauser on pole. Shane Hart second. Devin McCullough, Kate Cannon, Thomas Hernandez. The top 5. Well, Mike Hauser getting the job started right, grabbing that extra bonus point for the pole. Your starting lineup for tonight for the second Crown Jewel event of the season. Mike Hauser, Shane Hart, first and second. David McCullough, Cade Cannon, Thomas Hernandez. Your top 5, Josh Henderson, Chris Lowe, Elijah Fisher, Travis Farmer, Indiana's own Robert Wilhoit. Rounds out the top 10, Zeb Johnson, Jackson Hadaway. That is the Fast 12 for tonight. On down through the rest of the field. Jason Williams needing a great run tonight to get himself back inside the top 10 in points. Wade Alexander starts off 14th. Hunter Rozelle, Tyler Stone, Robert McKay, Bobby Hadaway, 26 Amilo, and Joseph Maddox, the top 20. Ty Wilson will be the last of the drivers to post a lap. The rest, up to iRace's discretion. We're going to knock out Aaron Stanton, being that he is race control. So you'll have Colton Ward and Stephen Henning Jr. 22nd, 23rd. On down to the rest of the field. Ben Kernert will start 24th. Matt Morrison 25th. Brent Hammerhead and Jesse Glover rounds out the field tonight of 27 cars. You know, we've already talked to Mike Hauser tonight already. So you can't get in the man who led the opening part of this race last year but did not get the job done. Kay Cannon, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Tonight, you enter tonight. Even though you, if I can get my words right, that'd be great. Even though you entered tonight in a much better spot from where you started, when you made your return, you're still out by 27 points. Do you feel like tonight is a good turning point, and what have you learned from the last race at Indianapolis that you can put towards tonight?
Don't use your tires up. Oh, we're rolling. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me start my car. There we go. Don't use your tires up. Found that one out the hard way last time you were here. Felt like I was the best and no one could touch me for about the first 25 laps of that race. And then next thing I know, I was already back in 10th place. So hopefully keep our tires on it, keep everything smooth. I do believe we got a good shot here at Indy because even though that all happened last time we were here, I had a good run here and finished in the top 10. So I do believe that we can have something here for tonight. And hopefully, you know, we end up drinking some milk tonight in victory lane.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully, we'll get talked to you after tonight. Best of luck to you, buddy.
Thank you, thank you.
Another driver looking at in his, in a way, bad luck so far tonight. We'll get David McCullough up here in the booth real quick. David McCullough, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. What's happening?
Oh, not a whole lot. A hell of a lap time that I thought would stick on the top spot.
I did too, buddy. I did.
But nonetheless, starting third tonight. What have you found out with this track that you can apply tonight with the practice that you've had, and what do you feel like we can expect tonight out of a race as a whole?
Well, we just got to find a consistent groove here and not get too excited too early. Definitely proud of the fact that we're sitting up here towards the front, but we just got to simmer down, stay consistent throughout, and bring home a good finish, buddy.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully, we'll get to talk to you tonight after the race.
Sounds good, my man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We got time for maybe one more interview beforehand. God almighty Jesus, if I could quit coughing, that'd be great. Well, so let's see. Boo, ba, doo, boo, boo. Tell you what, I got somebody. Hunter Rozelle, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Sir.
Well, we're going to make this real quick. I know y'all be going to green this lap, starting a little bit deep in the field. What's the expectations for tonight? Do you feel like that the 20 can get the job done tonight? And really, how's the track feeling overall?
I mean, on the start of a run, I'm pretty tight. I know the qualifying effort wasn't really what I needed. But I feel like with this race, it's really just going to be, a long run race, who can save the most tires. So I'm going to try to save off the start. I may lose a couple spots, but I feel like on a long run, that'll come into play.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll get talked to the end of this thing.
Yeah, you too, man.
All right. Of course, the weather for tonight. Pull it up on the side here as a matter of fact. You see it down at the bottom. Well, really, two things to know here. 86 degrees outside, a hot night in Indiana. 34% humidity. These cars will be pushing a lot of horsepower, more than what they would normally run. With a track temp of 117 degrees, it's going to be slick. It's going to be wild. And it's going to be something to watch. Mike Hauser, Cade Cannon brings us down for the start of the Inspire Cup Series at Indianapolis. It's the most iconic racetrack, and definitely another track the drivers wanting to win at. The Brickyard is underway. Off of turn 4 for the first time, Mike Hauser looks to try to lead the first lap, and he will. Oh, Cannon loose into the corner, he saves it. McCullough washes up the racetrack. Contact between him and the 9. Hernandez will jump all over. Caution is out. Jackson Attaway has spun in the middle of turn 1 to put us under caution for the first time tonight. Well, I'll be damned. All right. Let's see what happens. The leader's going to be Contact. Back it up. Right now on the inside of Velocity Motorsport drivers. And Robert McKay gets into the back and sends the 8 into the wall. Well, McKay looks like he just overdrove the corner. By then, it's too late. And a beautiful PGR scheme, one of my favorites, is in the wall. And, well, a little bit of damage to that right rear. But other than that, ought to be fine, more or less. So Robert McKay bringing out the first caution of the night. Kind of gives everybody a moment to collect their thoughts. "27 cars strong tonight." It's going to be hard to really make any ground at all, really. The drafts are going to be big, but personally, I think deep down in the back of everybody's minds, they're going to have to worry about possibly blowing the motor. The way how low the humidity is, it affects how much horsepower the cars are pushing out. Lower humidity, the more power the cars are generating. You combine that with how big the draft is, very well could see a lot of drivers playing pretty much just playing it safe. I think everybody's going to have to the first start of this race. Everybody's going to have to play it safe. But right now, you still got 78 laps to go, 77 at the line. It'll be interesting. Zone drivers are in. Hunter Rozelle is in. Colt Ward is in. Bobby Hadaway, Matt Morrison, Brent Hammerhand, several others back there. Robert McKay add him to the list. Jesse Glover as well. So 20th on down, all in the pits. Well, while we got a moment here, the field paces. Get a couple more words with some drivers. Stephen Henning Jr., Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, there.
Well, I got to say, right now running 18th on the speed charts and really in the race in total. What are you finding? Well, what have you noticed between practice and qualifying that you found out to be a struggle tonight with the 78? Is it the FedEx scheme or is it just the track?
Hell, I don't know. It was good in practice earlier. Me and Shane were practicing with it and felt perfectly fine. We get into practice here and it just don't feel the same. So feels good now. So we'll see how she goes. We're cutting through the field a little bit by a little bit here. We're trying not to get involved in any of these wrecks that happen. We don't got no fast repairs, so we got to be very careful.
I got to ask, after tonight we go to some road courses and some much trickier racetracks. Does that worry you coming into tonight? 22 points to the good.
Yeah, I mean, the way I've been struggling lately, yeah, definitely. Performance has been down, so hopefully we can get our heads on and we can go out here and hopefully be talking to you at the end of this damn thing, so.
I hope so, by God. Well, buddy.
But, go ahead.
Best of luck to you from here on out. Unless there's something else you got to add real quick.
No, I just hope I don't blow a tire.
Well, buddy, best of luck to you from here on out. Maybe we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yeah, you have a good rest of your night.
You too, buddy. All right. Right now, the field getting set for the restart. It'll be Mike Hauser, Shane Hart first and second. Cade Cannon, Thomas Hernandez starting at 4. David McCullough in top 5. Hot Shot, Josh Henderson and Chris Lauda 6th and 7th. I believe we have, yes, making his return tonight. Zeb Johnson restarting 8th. Elijah Fisher and Travis Farmer rounds out the top 10. Well, be fun. Well, hopefully that first caution, hopefully it won't be a wreck fest tonight. All right. Mike Hauser, Shane Hart brings us down to the United Reynolds restart zone. Back underway from Indianapolis. The chaos in the back of Hauser. Leaves them in turn one, side by side for second between Hara and Hernandez. God darn, Mike Hauser jumped up to almost a half a second lead. Good grief. Down back straightaway, still side by side for second. So Hara up to second. Hernandez will be side by side with Kate Cannon. So right now, Shane Hara in hot pursuit of Mike Hauser. Cannon, Johnson, and Hernandez making McCullough the top five. Johnson way up the racetrack, off the wall, saves it. Said that a lot tonight. I got a feeling. Well, there you see on the screen, Hernandez having some internet issues. Johnson will slide back into sixth. And right now, Mike Hauser under assault from Shane R. Right on board to 43, down the front straightaway. I think right now, this is more or less from the 21. Not trying to pass, just let you know, hey, I'm here. That's pretty much what I'm getting out of this. So right now, field pretty much has settled in for the most part. Go further back, look back here. Right now, Shane R. to the bottom of the track. Cannon's going to come with him. The reigning champion wanting to lead in Indianapolis. Hauser going to battle right back to the outside lane. He's going to get a great run. Oh, Johnson off the wall again. Meanwhile, Hard battling back. They're going to wash up the track. Here it comes, Cannon. 3 wide, maybe not. Jesus. LK clicked the grass a little bit. Here comes Cannon for a second. Hernandez trying to get fourth from McCullough. Right there. Right now, this is what Hauser wants to see. Right now, lap 10 in the book, 71 to go, be 70 next time to get into the line. Mike Hauser has led 7 so far tonight. Shane Hara's led 1. Right now, well, yeah, never mind. Well, right now, Hara's going to look right back on Hauser. Another great run, and you see the drivers pretty much in the draft, in the tow, so to speak. But that's just the part where now you wait for a driver in front of you make a mistake. Right there you see Robert Will Hoy in Indiana zone yet again. Trying to win in his own track. And right now, battling illness and everything else. We'll start at 10th, right now at 11th. Right now, back at the front, top three remain the same. McCullough's going to look to the inside, thinks twice about it. Hazard down, he's going to try to take that defensive line into turn one. Carr right back to the outside again. Trying to make it work. No, get there's got McCullough right behind him. Wanting to get to the inside of Har, he will. Having to run off the corner so big. Well, right now, you know, might have not going to give up the bottom. Here comes Hernandez looking for a run, looking for the run into three, and he'll get it barely. Well, I'd speak too soon. Now he'll get it this time. Hernandez up to third. Why is that important? The battle coming into tonight. Surrounding Hernandez and Jason Williams, only 10 points separates them. As the schedule goes on, it only gets worse from here if you're a driver, so to speak. Because after this, we'll go to Watkins Glen, followed by Pocono, Mid-Ohio. That is weeks 10 through 12. After that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chances. So 9 races left, pretty much, until we will figure out the 10 drivers racing for a championship over 5 weeks. My mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. Where the final 4 will be determined March 16th at Darlington. From there, March 23rd, championship night. That will be live from Homestead Miami Speedway. But still a little bit of time left, but nonetheless, after Mid-Ohio, we'll go to Illinois for Gateway, then New Hampshire. The wild card in all of this, a track that nobody, if you've never raced on the track, let alone seen the damn thing, iRacing Super Speedway. 3 miles long, able to produce up to 6, 7, even 8 wide racing. And the banks so steep that you got to see it to believe it, folks. That's the only thing I say. You've got to see it to believe it. And then, of course, 3 weeks later, Talladega for the cutoff. But from there, after iRace Super Speedway, Chicagoland, Fuji, and then it'll go to Talladega. That is the remaining of the regular season. And as far as I'm concerned, from here on out, they'll still be on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. Of course, got a whole bunch of disputes going on outside of the broadcasting that's got to all get settled first. We'll cross them bridges when we get there. Right now, top 4 breakaway, Elijah Fisher, as a matter of fact, up to 4th. The big question is, are some drivers, are they pushing it early? Jackson Attaway back in the pits. Jesse Glover as well. Oh, Fisher off Hernandez. Well, you can't push it early. Then I noticed sponsors. Well, actually, hold on. Let me reread. Hold on. What is that? Oh, that's a Great Biffle sponsor. Fortunes. Well, right now, he's got the big ass run on Hernandez. And he'll get it. Maybe. Nope. Hernandez is going to fight back. Well, you see, the outside lane has not been a lot of people's friend. Zeb Johnson slow in the back. Don't know how that'll bottleneck everything up. Fisher will take it over Hernandez. I think Fisher's decided Now's the time to start pushing. Might even want control of the race. Anybody, I don't know how wise that is. But I'm also just a commentator, not the driver. So I don't know how the car's feeling, what's it doing. I do know that for right now, Mike Hauser has led 14 laps so far tonight and seems to have a rocket on his hands, powered by STP. Shane Hart second, Fisher third, Hernandez Kenny in top 5, David McCullough, Travis Farmer, Robert Wilhoit, Zeb Johnson, Josh Henderson, the top 10. Well, right now, while they have broken away, there is a hornet's nest. This is about 9th on back. Johnson off the wall again. I got to wonder how much more that right front has to take before it becomes a massive issue for the 29. Right now, biggest movers of the race so far, and I'm looking at one right now trying to get underneath Zeb Johnson. That would be Colton Ward. Well, Matt Morrison has gained the most spots, 17. Since the start of the race, Morrison right now up to 9th in that GoDaddy machine. If it is GoDaddy, it might actually be Quaker State. I'm mistaken. All right, yeah, looks so similar to Martin, Dan Patrick, but obviously I got the wrong again. And Zeb Johnson off the wall. Good grief. Other biggest movers right now, Fisher up 5. Oh, contact, they save it. Henderson and Azell. Colt Ward almost got collected in it. Johnson off the wall again. Colt Ward up 11 spots where he started, no surprise. The 42 on the move. But they're still chasing Mike Hauser. Right now, Fisher's going to look to the inside of Shane R for the second spot. Shane's going to get it. Shane's right now just wanting to save, not wanting to do anything else. Caution is out, however. Stephen Henning Jr. There's his big. Josh Henderson involved in this. Massive damage to Henderson. Meatball flag. Stephen Henning Jr. Damage to that machine. Tyler Stone against the wall. Brett Hammerhand trying to get going, and so many others. 26, Emilio, not the start that he wanted tonight for his debut. Tyler Stone finally gets it going around. Henderson, meatball damage. Stephen Henning Jr., meatball damage. Milo, meatball damage. Several others with damage. Chris Lotto, we know he got a piece up. We saw Brent Hammerhand turn sideways. Tyler Stone. What in the name of might? Let's look at it. All right, so where does this start? Well, Henderson coming up. Not sure. Oh, Steven gets into the back of the 25. And then from there, it is on. I don't look near as bad as what I thought it was. Oh, there's the second part of this. All right, hold on. Find, let's see. But first, let's look at Stephen Henning for a second. Right on board. Actually, no, we'll go from the blimp camera. Ought to tell us a lot from high above. Well, I don't know if Henderson's calling in the piss. It takes everybody by surprise. Ping pong off Williams and Tyler Stone for Nairlot. Oda and Henning come together. How does Hammerhand get involved in this? On a 46 and others all coming to a stop. That's how. Well, first off, let's ride on board with Stephen Henning Jr. through this. Well, we asked him, did he feel like he was safe coming into the night? He said no. Bam! Wicked shot. There's what breaks the tie rod. I have all lighties. Or at least enough to give him the meatball damage. Like, oh, no wonder he ain't bent the radiator all the hell. Tyler Stone coming together now. How does Brent Hammerhand get involved in this? He sees it, checking up. On the brakes. Oh, and the 26 comes down and takes out Hammerhand. Jesus almighty. Well, not a lot of happy campers tonight. Well, one driver to another. Stephen Henning Jr., Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got copy, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, not tonight at the 78-1. Take me through. What did you feel like happened coming off of turn 4?
Yeah, hell, I don't know. They said over the chat that they were pitting, and then I don't know. I just seen the ass end of my teammate, and that's all she wrote. And we're destroyed here, so it's just fun that we can't seem to ever do something like this and have a clean car at the end of it. So it's getting frustrating.
Well, buddy, can the 78 get back out there, turn a few laps, and try to get a few points out of the night?
Yeah, we're gonna try. So.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you from here on out. Stephen
Thank
Henning.
you.
Yes, sir. So Stephen Henning Jr.'s night and possible contention for the win is done. See if we can get a couple more drivers in here. Brent Hammerhand, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, we saw the first incident. Then we saw the part that involved you. Take us through. What did you see and or experience?
Well, I slowed down, and I don't know whoever it was, I don't know what was going on. Basically, they turned left and kept going straight down the track, and there was a car stuck on the bottom, too. I don't know. And then coming out through 1 and 2, I don't know what was going on. Car stopped in the middle of the track. We're trying to catch up to the pace car because nobody knows how to catch up to the pace car when there's a wreck like that, and yeah, so.
Well, you had to ask, is there a possibility for a 12 getting back out there and trying to gain some more points at the end of the night, or is she practically done?
I don't honestly know. My car won't turn on, so I do not know. Oh, that's because I have to hit race. There we go. Let's see. I have 7 minutes of optional.
Well.
So, I'll be back out.
All right, buddy. Well, hell of a night nonetheless. Best of luck to you from here on out.
Thanks, sir. You guys have a good night.
You too, buddy. A lot of unhappy drivers. Well. Right now, Jackson Hadaway 1 lap down, Lyota 2 down. Already is affecting a lot of drivers in the top 10 tonight. Well, 3 in particular. Of course, you got Stephen Henning Jr. came in tonight plus 22 to the good. That's already going to be a gut blow. Because I personally do not think that 78, it could get up to par. And, you know, it might be competitive, but as far as a winning race car, I don't know. The same can be said with Henderson. Well, Henderson's fine. You know, he didn't get much damage, if any, out of it. Chris Latta, on the other hand, this will be a big blow for him. 19 points to the good entering tonight. And the reason I'm hyping this up more than normal is for the next 2 out of 3 weeks, we got road courses. Yay. But nonetheless, road courses are going to play pivotal to this championship nonetheless. Well, you saw a thrilling battle that was last season. 5 drivers going for 3 spots. So it's only going to be even better. Well, Mike Hauser right now, let 21 laps. Cade Cannon trying to get to his inside. Fernair, Fisher, Hernandez, David McCullough. The top 5. Still a long way to go. Well, if I'm Cade Cannon, I do not want to be stuck between 2 Falcon Motorsports cars, to say the least. Well, Hernandez will be working on Fisher again momentarily, either him or McCullough. Caution is out, for Christ's sakes. Robert Wilhoit and Joseph Maddox involved in this one. Wade Alexander, meatball flag as well. And the car is stuck on the outside of the racetrack, and it will be night done for Alexander and Joseph Maddox. Meatball damage to Maddox. Good grief. All right, what happens now? Shane Harr's involved in this. God, Jesus, did you see the shot that Alexander? God, too mighty. All right, hold on. Let's go up there and look at it from Shane Harr and Will Hoyt's perspective. Shane has the position. That's hard to call. We'll go back for the slow motion camera. And let's look at it yet again. Well, a hell of a save for Harr nonetheless. Well, they've already crossed start finish line. They're going to be setting up the apex going into turn 1. Harr's there, Harr's there, Harr's there. Yeah, he comes up he comes up a little bit, but no contact that I see other than netcode Alexander. Good grief, bam. Nah, that's a hard one to call. I'm not race control, thank the Lord. Joseph Maddox, that's where he's going to get involved in this. Let's ride on board first with Wade Alexander. This is going to sting. Wish I could fix the audio for these damn cars. Barely clipping it, bam. Oh, and then he takes another shot from Joseph Maddox. All right, well, let's run on board with Shane Harr. Last but definitely not least, Joseph Maddox. I'm looking forward to a good cup of coffee after the race tonight. Well, locks up the brakes. It's been a very harsh learning experience coming from console to iRacing for Joseph Maddox, but over time, he'll get better. Nonetheless, rewrite the field. Get Wade Alexander in here real fast. Wade Alexander, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy? Try this one more time. Wade Alexander, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
There he is. Well, first off, are you all right? That was a wicked shot into the outside wall.
Yeah, I just misjudged it just barely. I thought I was going to be able to miss the car in front of me, and I clipped him, and it just took all the steering out of the car.
Well, I know it will probably be night done early, but I got to ask, going forward, what did you learn about this racetrack that could have an impact on some drivers' races going forward? And pretty much, how slick is it out there with 112 degrees?
It's pretty slick. The runs are insane. So next time I definitely come back, I definitely know about that. It's just guys, fresh tires, restart. You know, the give is not there. It's just all about taking. So it's just all about putting yourself in a better position next time.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you next week as we go to Mid-Ohio or Watkins Glen, and hopefully we'll talk to you in Victory Lane.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So Wade Alexander done for the night. All right, Will Hoyt back out onto the racetrack still. Well, he practically got away with this unscathed. Joseph Maddox is back out. He's still on the lead lap. Chris Laota right now 2 laps down. Brent Hammerhand back out onto the racetrack 6 down. Well, damn. All right. Hauser and Cannon for the restart. We're rolling. Robert Will Hoyt. There, man. Got clear. Kay Cannon said, this time I want the lead. Going into turn number 2, side by side. Kay Cannon out front for the first time tonight. Took 26 laps. Hernandez blinking right now. McCullough and Farmer side by side for the 5th spot. Hauser going to look right back. Right now, field comes back into view. Down back straight away. Matt Morrison looking on the inside of Colt Ward. Hauser going to go right back to the bottom. His teammate Fisher in tow. Cannon's going to wash. Oh, Fisher puts Cannon into the wall. He's going to spin. Mike Hauser. Jesus almighty. Mike Hauser blinking. Nonetheless, under caution for the 4th time tonight. Jesus. All right. Let's look at it again. Well, we're going to get a real quick look. Fisher with a great run. Just gives Mike Hauser too big of a shot. Obviously, Hauser blinks out. He hits him square, but nonetheless, you look at HGR and MMS all the time, you see that though these cars can push good, too big of a push, especially when it's not perfect, can cause that reaction. And why I say it's not perfect, you're sitting there looking at the screen. Well, I mean, Elijah hit him fine. Yeah, but it ain't that part. Right there. I mean, Cannon holding Mike close. But right here, Mike's got a lot of wheel in it. There's a bit of a bobble. Right there. Dead sideways, Fisher, wham! Into the back bumper. That is all it took. Well, was drivers racing hard already early. I understand that track position is important, but at the same time, but regardless, Cade Cannon's still your leader. Several drivers, well, I thought some were going to come down. Nope, everybody faking at this point. Tyler Stone's in along with Shane Harr, Mike Hauser, Stephen Henning Jr. Looks like Josh Henderson back there along with Jackson Hadaway, Brent Hammerhand, Elijah Fisher. Chris Odd getting his lap back. He's back now, 1 lap down. Well, I have no doubt we'll see the drivers who are at the front back in it at some point. Well, not been the start that I anticipated after such a great race last year. If you're just joining us tonight, right now, Cade Cannon, your leader. 4 cautions for 11 laps already, only 3 lead changes. A little bit of extra information to go along with the race update. Right now, Mike Hauser has led 26 laps. Hauser, after being involved in the most recent caution. Meyer deep in the field with his teammate Elijah Fisher. Both are 17th and 18th. Other notable things to mention. It has been a night for drivers in the top 10 with 9 races remaining after tonight. The road to the championship, or to the playoffs more or less, starting to really get good and intensify. Stephen Henning Jr. has had issues tonight. Obviously, Mike Hauser, Elijah Fisher, Shane Harr have had issues. Chris Laoda, issues tonight. All drivers within the top 10, and honestly, one meatball can really end your night tonight. Right now, as we get ready to go green, biggest movers of the race. Is it any surprise? Colt Ward up 16 spot. Matt Morrison, however, up 19. A great run from Morrison continuing. Ty Wilson up 11. Ben Kennert 13. Transformer up 6 as well. Can't leave that one out. Joseph Maddox up 7. Still fighting. Well, drivers out of the race. 26 of Milo out of the race tonight, along with Robert McKay and Jesse Glover. Well, there's still 21 drivers on the lead lap. Lyota only one away from being back to one. All right, pace car. In this time, it'll be Cade Cannon and Thomas Hernandez bringing us back down to the green flag. We're rolling. 47 to go. Hernandez gone, back. There he is. We'll settle in P3. Travis Farmer, the Texas winner. Bounces off the wall, but still going for second nonetheless. Right now, Hernandez will settle into second, Farmer third, McCullough fourth, Zeb Johnson your top five, Colt Ward, Matt Morrison, Jason Williams, Robert Wilhoit, Ben Cunart your top 10. Right now, they gonna go 3 wide for second. Nope, McCullough's gonna stay in line. Farmer will slide back to now somewhere right around the 4th or 5th spot. Cade Cannon scoots away. Right now, going to be 45 to go for Cannon. He'll lead the 7th lap of the race. Of course, Mike Hauser still holds the critical 3 bonus points for leading the most laps. As right now, Hernandez right back to second. Going to take it from McCullough. Right now, further to the field, drivers trying to make their way back up. Mike Hauser, one of them, way back there in 15th. He's trying to make his way back up along with Elijah Fisher. Because I had to believe Fisher received the black flag for the cause of caution. Right now, Cade Cannon just about a second lead over Hernandez. Well, right now, another driver trying to make his way back up through the field. The reigning champion, Shane Harr, can't see him right now because behind my good buddy Hunter Azell. Looks to the inside of Robert Wilhoit. But right now, Harr trying to get back up to the front. Well, now Shane Harwell has to deal with Hunter Rozelle. This is the battle for ninth. But Hunter ain't going to give it up easy. Of course, last week, Hunter Rozelle, near identical to how the Inspired 250 went. Led at the last lap. Unfortunately, was not able to get the job done. As right now, Mike Hauser looks under him. Will Hoyt going back as well. These are drivers who are on. We pitted under the last caution. Right now, 7-lap stint as it is. For Shane Har. Oh, Will Hoyt off the wall. For Shane Har, Mike Hauser, and Elijah Fisher. Right now the gap, 1.2 seconds over Hernandez for Kane Cannon. After a very tough recent memories for Cannon, a win tonight would change all that and would definitely change how the playoff picture looked. Comes into the night out by 27 points in 12th spot. A win tonight will go a long way. Caution is out. Again, Hunter Rozelle against the wall. Come on, man. Lord have mercy. All right. What has happened to Hunter? Battle with Robert Will Hoyt. Will Hoyt comes down, gets into the side of the 20, and around it goes a massive shot into the outside retaining wall. And the bad luck for Hunter Rozelle continues. Take a look at it one more time. Well, lag right there. All right, here we go. Yep, just gets doored. Which I don't think it's intentional by Robert, but I don't know for say. Nonetheless, the night for Hunter Rozelle just got a whole lot worse. Well, so we can't get a word with him. Hunter Rozelle, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, we saw the replay. What's your side of things, and really, do you feel like the car will be able to still be able to contend for the top 10 or top 5 for here on out?
Yeah. I mean, I knew I was faster than him, so I really don't know why he was trying to, pinch me down in the corner. I thought that was kind of stupid, but, so I really don't know what I could have done different. Had a run, took it, and, I've been letting off all night for people, trying to keep us out of trouble, but obviously they don't want to play the same game, so.
Well, buddy.
Noted. Just can't really help that one.
But buddies, how bad was it saying on the car for damage left to fix or require whatever it has? And hell, we'll get them tomorrow night.
Hopefully so. I've still got 2.5 minutes of damage.
Oh, God.
Evidently, I got an EOL too, and so did Robert. So don't really know how it can be on both parties, but feel like we run a good race all night. Just luck's got to start going our way sometime.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you from here on out. Like I said, we'll get them tomorrow night, championship night.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Well, very upset, Hunter Rozelle, and rightfully so. Well, Matt Morrison staying out under this caution. Behind him, 3 drivers who are on 9-lap tires. Everybody else Let's see. Ashley, Raging Idiot Racing Network strategy report, please. Well, you already seen Morrison on 19 lap run, Shane Har on 9, Fisher, Hauser on 9 lap run, Jason Williams on a 19 run, Joseph Maddox 14. Tyler Stowe will be the last one on a 9 lap run. On down. Cadert, Cannon, Hernandez, McCullough, Ward, Travis Farmer, Zeb Johnson, Ty Wilson. All of these drivers are on a new strategy. Let's get a confirmation on Ben Cadert real quick before we do. Okay, nope. So 9th on down, Cannon to Wilson, 9th through 15th, all on a new strategy. And this is going to be good. I'm anxious to see how Morrison's tires will hold up to these of Shane and Fisher's, and Hauser's going to be good. All right. We're going to re-rack it. Matt Morrison, Shane Har, first, second. Falcon Motorsports, Mike Hauser, Elijah Fisher, 3rd and 4th. Jason Williams, Joseph Maddox, 5th and 6th. Tyler Stone and Ben Cadert, 7 and 8. Kay Kennan and Thomas Hernandez, your top 10. That's Matt Morrison. Will bring us down. We're rolling. Well, immediately they're going to try to gang up on Morrison. Har almost into the back of the one. Morrison fighting for his life. Rightfully so. He'll hold the lead down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, they're slicing and dicing further back. But there's the slide up. Hauser's going to look to the inside. Morrison's going to slam the door. No, thank you, sir. Hauser now back to the bottom trying to cover Fisher. Everybody scattering further back. Fisher, the odd man out on the bottom lane. Cannon down. He's going to look underneath Shane Har. Well, here's the new tires versus the 9-lap old tires. We know eventually Morrison's going to lose this lead due to 19 laps on this run. The question is, how would a 9-lap tires? Cannon 3 wide! Down the bottom. Unfortunately, has to roll out of it. Shane Har up to second. Here comes Zeb Johnson in the mix. Jesus almighty. Johnson right now will fall right back in line behind Shane Har. You can tell 9-lap drivers still might be trying to save a little bit. These drivers on newer tires that pin under this last caution, they're coming. All right, now Johnson's going to look underneath Shane Har down the back straightaway. Still, Morrison continues to lead. There it is. Shane R. back to the point at Indianapolis. But the man who dominated the early portion of this race, Mike Hauser, trying to get around Johnson for third. Well, Shane Har right now up to the point. He's going to try to get away. Morrison and Johnson's going to battle for second. Everybody else just kind of blending in line for the moment. Johnson goes way up the racetrack. Going to allow Hauser and Fisher in. Almost ran Morrison up into the wall. But Mike Hauser and Elijah Fisher up to second. But right now, they're chasing the reigning champion, Shane Har, your leader at Indianapolis. Right now, the gap 1.1 seconds. There's action going on back behind Shane. Well, Zeph Johnson playing a very aggressive race tonight. If it works, it works. Right now, part of Elite Motorsports, and right now, the highest running of Elite Motorsports. Of course, his teammate David McCullough to his inside. They're almost 3 wide. They'll back out of it. Right now, Cade Cannon back on the move. Cannon wants to lead just a little bit more. Well, we see McCullough down to the bottom, and gap 1.6 is all Shane wants to see. Is then by, oh, Cannon hard into the wall. Cade Cannon. Oh, come on. Gets clipped by another one. Robert Wilhoit's in the grass. Matt Morrison, meatball damage. Stephen Henning has been in the wall. Good grief. And perhaps one of the fastest cars in Indianapolis. Matt Morrison's night is done. Robert Wilhoit, meatball damage. Cade Cannon, that is terminal. Jesus almighty. All right, let's look at it one more time. Oh, well, right there, you know whenever he ricochets back out. Oh, Morrison, massive shot. And then Wilhoit. And then a possible ARCA break on the 8. Well, wait and see. Let's look at this in slow motion here. Well, down the front straightaway. There's been a lot of tore up race cars tonight. Well, McCullough comes up. Holds the line. Holding it. Comes up right there. And gets Cade Cannon in a wicked shot into the inside retaining wall. And from there, he is at the mercy of whoever's coming to him. First up to bat will be Matt Morrison. Bam! Strike. Wilson. A strike there. Not the 8. That has the possible ARCA break. Then there's going to be one more. Bam. Robert Wilhoit. Stephen Henning Jr. barely misses it. Caution is out. Who is that coming up towards the back? Chris Laota. Well, possible ARCA break on a 69. Nonetheless, right on board with Cade Cannon. That's a gut punch, and then it ain't over with yet. Bam! Will Hoyt. All right. We'll run on board next with Matt Morrison through this. Morrison on the brake, on the brake, on the brake, doing everything he can. Nothing he can do completely kills the car. Robert Will Hoyt's on board. Right behind his teammate, Josh Henderson. Slowing down, slowing down. There's nothing Will Hoyt could do. Right now, Zeb Johnson, the leader. Devin McCullough, Colton Ward, Jason Williams, and Josh Henderson, your top 5. So you can't get a word with Kane Cannon. Kane Cannon, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yep. What's going on?
Well, glad to see first your release from the infield medical center after several vicious hits. Take me through, what did you feel like happened going down the front straightaway? And then after that, it was a wild ride.
I went back and watched it. I do, like, a small part of me wants to say, I do think it was racist, and that he, of course, I know he did not mean to do it one bit, but I think it was just one of those, I think I did feel like I turned the wheel. I'll be honest. I maybe did, and it was like an itch. But it was just enough that he was side drafting me like crazy, and I didn't know how close he really was side drafting me. And I'll be honest, I don't know why we were side drafting that hard a little bit. But, you know, at the end of the day, nothing against him. He did what he's got to do, and I just ended up, I blame myself more than anything. But hopefully we'll get some of this stuff fixed, try to get back out there. At least finish it strong, you know. And good news is we ran great, which is all that I really wanted to do today. And at the end of the day, it may not end the way we want, you know. We may get lucky in some positions if certain things fall away, but we're gonna go and see what we can do here, and just get ready for next week, which thankfully is the Glen, which that's gonna. But Pocono is what I'm looking towards. Pocono, I do believe we got a good shot there. I didn't get to race it last year, unfortunately, but this year I do believe I got a great shot there, and hopefully, you know, we'll come back stronger. We'll go, Glenn, we'll do what we can. Hope for the best. Maybe get a win. Road courses can be either nice to us or be absolutely mean to us, but it is what it is.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck for you here on out. We'll look forward to seeing
Thank
you
you, thank you.
Glenn.
Thank you.
Matt Morrison unavailable for an interview after a wicked shot into the outside wall. Robert Will Hoyt. Not tonight that the Indiana native wanted. And unfortunately, but he is back out onto the racetrack. A black flag, however, coming to Will Hoyt's way. Unsure if it's incident points related or not. I had to get in contact with race control up on the other side of the booth. Or really in the next room for an answer on that. Regardless, Zeb Johnson, David McCullough brings us down to the restart zone. We're rolling. 30 laps to go. Well, Johnson shot out of it like a rocket. Almost like a Bryce Harper home run. Down the back straightaway, McCullough's in tow. How about... Oh, stone hard into the wall. Jesus. Joseph Maddox, Bobby Hadaway, Shane Hart crawling on the apron. Bobby Hadaway, left front of that car completely facing the other way. The night is done for the H&W Motorsports driver. Same can possibly be said for Joseph Maddox, and it is. Not much damage to Shane Har. Tyler Stone, neither. Well, what happened? We'll look at it. Gets a great run inside. Hernandez. We'll look back at it. Well, one, Stone gets to grass, and it's all over at that point. Damn, Joseph Max hard hit. Shane Har into the inside wall, I believe. Look at it from the Blint Chopper cam in slow motion here. Blint Chopper cam. Well, rolls the bottom good. Hernandez does come down, kind of pitch him a little bit, but really Stone in the grass, into Hadaway, and then from there, yeah, Shane Har hard into the inside retaining wall. Bobby Hadaway obviously saw him. Let's right on board with Tyler Stone. It has not been a good night for Inspire Motorsports. Rolls the inside perfect. Hernandez. I think Hernandez does not realize he's there. And after that, there's nothing he can do. For Shane Har. I believe he's going to get punted more than anything else. There's the wreck. Slows up. No, I think he just got on the brakes a little hard. And he does not hit where safer barriers at. Or if he does, that's a little safer barrier. From Joseph Maddox is on board. Been a bad night for Maddox. Been a bad start to the year for Joseph Maddox as a whole. Drive's going down. He could have braked a little bit more. I feel. You know what? Just a commentator. Well, first off, let's get a word with Tyler Stone. Tyler Stone, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. We looked at the replay. I want to hear your side of things. What do you feel like happened coming into turn 2?
Well, if you're a listener to DBC, you might know the term hung money, and that was one of those moments. So I just sent it and clipped the grass and killed everyone.
Well, I will ask you this question. Do you think Hernandez probably did not realize you were to the bottom or to the inside, or did him coming down maybe spook you a little bit? It looks like, the way it looks when Hernandez comes down, you clip the grass.
Yeah, they were getting bottled up, and I had a pretty big run, and I sent it. I don't know if he didn't know I was there or if he just decided no, but I hit him in the grass, and it's on me.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully we can still talk to you at the end of the night.
Thanks. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yes, sir. That being said, the reigning champion in here. Shane R. Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I do. What's up?
Well, we saw the lick to the inside wall. I got to ask first, how bad's the car hurt?
Not too bad. We got her fixed up here, but I'm starting to believe this isn't our track.
Well, long way to go. Still 26 laps. Do you feel like you can make a rally back through the field and restart back in 16th?
Yeah, I hope so. I think I've done everything tonight except for, hit the pace car. So, we're going to try.
Well, I'm looking over my right shoulder. You ain't hit the beer stand yet. Please do not hit that.
I'm going to meet you there after this race. How about that?
Is that a bet?
That's a bet.
Well, I'll be damned. I'll take it. Best of luck to you from here on out, buddy.
Thanks, brother.
Well, Justin Maddox still in the pits as well. Bobby Hadaway as well. We'll get a word with Bobby Hadaway. Bobby Hadaway, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I do.
Well, just a victim of circumstances, I have to say. Looked like it knocked the tie rod off the left side of the car, and then not much else for the right side. Take us through what did you feel like happened? What'd you see?
Man, I just I saw the 25 get loose, and I just had nowhere to go. I'd finally made it in the top 10. My car was good, decent. I felt like I had a shot to move on up, and then the circumstances of racing.
Well, I got to ask you, is there a possibility, a chance for the 88 to get back out and gain a few points, or is it terminal?
No, I mean, I got 8 minutes required, 4 minutes optional. I don't know if I'll make it back out there or not. I hope so. I'd like to make a couple more laps.
Well, buddy, best of luck to you. From here on out, look forward to seeing you at Watkins Glen.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the broadcast.
Yes, sir. All right. Rolling again. Zeb Johnson, David McCullough. Zeb, another great start. All right. Imagine an Elite Motorsports 1-2 finish. Right now, Zeb launched out of a cannon yet again. Well, top 3 on 15-lap old tires. The rest 6 and under. Henderson down underneath Colt Ward. Going to slide up. Fisher thought he was going to try to gap. Ward starting to fall back. Henderson up to third. Trying to rally back after a devastating race at Daytona last week. That Daytona double was not in Henderson's future. He'll have to wait till next season to try that again. Colton Ward battling back hard. Henderson won't third. Fisher laying him back as well. Fisher to the inside. Well, Henderson's clear. So right now, if Colton Ward can hold up Elijah Fisher, this will be Henderson's for the taking. Ward will play the defensive line. Well, Elijah right back to his inside. Going to blend back up momentarily. Right now, McCullough and Johnson try to scoot out of here. Race it like you stole it, boys. Like I said, Elite Motorsports 1-2 right now, but a long, long way to go. Well, the bad part for them is they're not going to be able to get away. Fisher around Colton Ward as for the 4th spot. McCullough to the inside. Side by side, down the back straightaway. Damn, Henderson almost going to run Fisher across. 3 wide, make it 4. Inside. That ain't going to work, boys. Oh, and I knew it wasn't going to work. Henderson punted out of the way. Well, until the end of the race is coming up. Yeah. Ty Wilson, meatball flag, entering the pits now. You see it back straight away. Question is now, does anybody have anything left? Probably not. Other than his teammate Mike Hauser, but I don't see Mike taking a win away from his teammate neither. Well, Henderson trying to rally back around Johnson. Here comes Har. Oh, Shane loose. Saves it. Jackson Highway is well in trouble. Well, right now, as it stands, 21 to go, and again, mentioned at the top of the show, an 18 race winless streak. Mountain Panorama last season, Elijah Fisher's last win. You got to go back a little ways to find it. Right now, he's driving the snot out of it. I don't know why. Right now, the gap. Just under a second. Well, the question is, does Colton Ward got anything? That's the big question. I don't think he does, but it's Colton Ward. 19 to go. Meanwhile, they're still scrapping further back in the field. Johnson off the wall again. Shane Hart right now trying to battle back as well. Trying to get around Hernandez. Right now on an older set of tires. Hernandez is going to look to the inside of his teammate Henderson. That'll be the battle for fifth. Right now, the gap 1.5. And counting. Mike Hauser through to second. I don't think Mike's going to have enough time to run down his teammate. Well, you can imagine a Mike Hauser win be very emotional. Cade Cannon back out onto the racetrack, 13 laps down. No, Fisher's checked out now, 2.2. $17 laps to go. Right now, go through what I actually believe will be the first through the field of the drivers left in the race. Elijah Fisher, your leader, 2.2 seconds over Mike Hauser. In third, Colton Ward, or in second, Colton Ward third. Thomas Hernandez getting under David McCullough, as is Shane Hard. That'll be a top five. McCullough slides back to sixth. Travis Farmer right now in seventh. Josh Henderson eighth. Ben Kennert right now in ninth, and Jason Williams rounds out the top 10. On further back, Stephen Henning Jr. Right now running 11th, Johnson 12th, Tyler Stone. Les 12th and 13th, but incident black flag to both of them 2 drivers. Have all eyes this incident points again. Jackson Hadaway right now in the PGR Esports. Number 8 Chevy Camaro having a great run despite all things that could have gone wrong tonight. That could go wrong right now. Running in the 14th spot. Chris Lowe to 15th. Not been a good night for drivers inside the top 10. On back through the field is Tyler Stone and Zeb Johnson and Robert Will Hoyt. Right now 16th, Ty Wilson. Right now 1 lap down in 17th. Brent Hammerhand 4 down in 18th. Them are the last of the drivers on the track other than Cade Cannon. Right now 22nd. Well, the gap's 2.5 with 15 to go. He's driving the hell out of that car nonetheless. Still loose off the corner. Right now, just is faster than Hernandez and Shane Har, back in 4th and 5th. Right now, Hauser's broken away from Colt Ward. I just don't think with 13 to go, Mike's going to have what it takes. But I don't know. I've been wrong before. Devin McCullough coming back out. Is that McCullough? Yes, it is. Damn. What did McCullough have picked for? McCullough right now will try to get his lap back in case there's another caution. He looks like he's going to try to get it. Official will give it to him. Well, 11 to go back in the line. The gap's still 2.4. Caution right now would change everything. Seen it before. Right now, battle for 7th, about to ramp up. Really, 7th through 10th. But I feel like they can make it on fuel from here on out. So right now, there's all drivers with fresh tires. Stephen Henning Jr. trying to make something happen. Trying to rally back after the incident earlier. A top 10 right now will go a long way for Stephen Henning. Underneath, Hot Shot Henderson. Well, Williams round inning. Well, you can make up 2 or 3 different times. Bobby Hadaway back out onto the racetrack, 13 down. Right now, Henderson doing everything he can to try to defend 7th from Williams. Williams Ray up the racetrack again. All right now, Henderson doing everything he can. I mean, and really, if I was Henderson, I'd be a little hot too after getting punted all the way up the racetrack. But, hey, it is what it is. Nine to go. We'll keep focusing on this battle because there really ain't much to show between the other drivers at the moment. Williams right back underneath Henderson again. Gonna blend right back in line. Joseph Maddox coming back out. 18 laps down. And a black flag for Maddox again. Henderson blocking. Henderson doing everything he can. We'll actually look up front. Hernandez under Travis Farmer for a top 5 spot. Well, you just tuned in very late to the race recap. Elijah Fisher right now your leader, 7 cautions for 21 laps. 5 lead changes official tonight. Right now as it stands, Mike Hauser will claim the 3 bonus points for leading the most laps. Hey, you know what? I missed something too. I think he had to make a pit stop on lap 66. That's how. 7 to go. Okay, Cannon back in the pits. Right now, Shane Hard is waiting out Colton Ward. Going to try to get around Colton if he can. Hauser will defend the best that he can. In regards to say, I think right now Elijah Fisher has it locked up. Well, again, last win, Mount Panorama last season. Had not been the best of years for Elijah Fisher. Though sitting second in the points. Now that lack of win column was really what I believe was plaguing the 16 machine. 5 to go. All right, well, he's got Will Hoyt right in front of him. I have all lighties. I think Robert just came out of the pits. No. No 19-lap run for Robert. Will be interesting to see. 2.7 seconds, 4 laps. Right now, top 5 as it stands with going to be 3 to go. Fisher, Hauser, Ward, Shane Hard, Travis Farmer. Josh Anderson into the wall. Something has happened to the 17. You got a meatball flag. Goes up the track and gets the wall big time. Exit turn 2, and with that, the bad streak will continue for Henderson. Not enough to warrant a caution. Shane Hall around Colt Ward for 3rd. Now I'm going to try and get around Mike Hauser. Ward right back to the bottom again. Two to go. Right now, Fisher's got Will Hoyt and Johnson to deal with. Will Hoyt blocking big. Oh! Fisher's going to take him 3 wide. Well, this will be it. White flag. 1 to go for Elijah Fisher. One car, is there a car in the wall in the back? Shane R. Slow on the back, slow on entering turn 1 and 2. Ain't gonna matter. It'll come 1 lap too late. Fisher around Will Hoyt. Well, I'll be damned. Elijah Fisher off in turn 4, back to victory lane, and goes back to back in Indy. Hauser, Ward, Farmer, Hernandez, your top 5. Stephen Henning Jr. rallies back to a 6. Ben Cunert will come 07. Williams, Har, not official yet. Williams is. Shane Har comes across the line, 9th. Torn up race car and all. Well, Elijah Fisher back to victory lane. Top 20 will be posted here in just a second. Fisher, Hauser, Colton Ward, Travis Farmer, Thomas Hernandez, top 5. Stephen Henning Jr., Ben Connert, Jason Williams, Shane Har, Jackson Hadaway, your top 10. Chris Lyotta at 11th. Devin McCullough, 12th. Robert Will Hoyt comes home 13th. Zeb Johnson, Ty Wilson, Josh Henderson, Brent Hammerhand, Tyler Stone, Bobby Hadaway, Kane Cannon, your top 20 for tonight. Well, go ahead and get Elijah Fisher in here. Elijah Fisher, Garrett James up here in broadcast. Big guy, copy, buddy.
Yes, I do.
Well, welcome back to Victory Lane. Hell, a chaotic night to say the least. What was your thoughts on the night?
Oh, dude, it was like the biggest roller coaster I think I've been in a race in a hot minute. It just, oh man, there was just so much going on tonight that I don't know. We put our car up front and kind of just stayed up there, and obviously we had a momentary setbacks, and I mean it just dude, Victory Lane has never felt so good. I hate these losing streaks. I've been on them before, but just feels so good to get that off my shoulder.
Well, but as we enter the next few weeks, it's only going to get tougher for here in Mid-Ohio, Pocono, Watkins Glen, just to name a few. Where's the confidence level at right now for the 16 team going forward after tonight?
Well, we got to win, so I mean, really dang good. Just got to thank Mike and everybody. Falcon Motorsports, you guys are awesome. I wanted to get back into Victory Lane so much, and I don't know, I just had a lot of thoughts going in for this one, and just trying to, I don't know, just reevaluate the racing I was doing, and I didn't even study anything I did last time. Just thought about, what I can execute in this one, and we figured out a couple things different and just new approach. But confidence level, I mean, it's just, I feel good every week, man. Every week is another opportunity, and even if we're last in points or in first in points, I always feel good.
Well, buddy, last question before I got for you, before I let you head out. Is there anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Well, I got to thank you for broadcasting, of course. Thanks for all you do. Teresa, Mom, thank you for supporting me as always. Go get the glass of milk ready, I guess, for me, since we got to do that thing again. But yeah, just everybody at Falcon Motorsports, Mike, Joseph, Chris, you guys are awesome. I love working with these guys every week, and the hard work pays off, man. It's just sometimes you got to go through a lot of pain and suffering to get places. I feel like I've done that for the last 2.5 months, but yeah, just of course I got to thank my Lord and Savior above. So yeah, let's we're burning it down tonight.
All right, buddy. Elijah Fisher ends an 18 race winless streak and returns to Victory Lane in Indianapolis tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yep. Next but not least, get Mike Hauser up here in the booth. But before we do that, go back and see what happened to Shane Har on the last lap. Alright, well, goes to the inside, fakes it twice. Him and Hauser come together. Yeah, slow motion here one more time. Looks to the outside. Comes down, gets into Mike's door. And up the track she goes. Frustrating night for Shane Har ends Well, ninth place Rowan will try to get a word with him here in a minute. Mike Hauser, Garrett James up here at broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I got you, Garrett.
Well, I'll be damned. Second place again tonight. First off, the controversy probably to come through it tonight. Well, first take me through the incident with the white flag with Shane Harr. What was your side of things?
That's all my fault. I'm just gonna say it now. Shane's upset with me. We were talking about it, and he has every right to be upset with me. And he said, I told him he owed me one. I wasn't my intent to put him into the wall. I think I was just trying to. I wanted to hold on to second. Like I fought so hard for the lead there earlier. I don't even know how many laps I led there, and I didn't want to lose second at that point. And I think I overstepped it there, and I kind of just, I hit him, and I didn't mean to. It wasn't my intent at all to hit Shane, and I'm just really sorry about that. And I know, like I said, it probably doesn't mean anything to him right now, but there's nothing I can do other than apologize, reach out, and if he races me different in the future, those are just the consequences of it. So I feel awful.
Other than that, entering tonight, you'll double down what you did Saturday night, lead the most laps, will gain 3 critical bonus points exiting Indy. I got to ask, was there anything you had for your teammate tonight, or was it just try to defend second, try to protect him? What was going through the head of Mike Hauser?
It was honestly, once he got out into the lead there and kind of got a second or two on me, it was all 43. I'm fighting for that second place spot. I wasn't trying to block for them, and Colton and Shane didn't really catch me until like those last 2 laps. So even if they got by me, they couldn't have really done much there. But I was fighting for myself. I wasn't trying to hold anybody up. I wanted to finish second. I didn't want to take anything lower than that, and I still feel awful for Shane. And yeah, I can already tell he's talking to me. He's disappointed. So,
Going forward, I'm going to ask you this next question. Being that coming into tonight, you entered tonight plus 24. That will obviously change. But coming into next week, Watkins Glen, Pocono, Mid-Ohio, Gateway, New Hampshire, obviously IRA Super Speedway, a couple other races before the cutoff line. How critical are these next few weeks going to be for the 43 team to try to lock yourself in to the playoffs? Last year, about this time, you were already locked in, didn't have a lot to worry about. Different side of the ballpark tonight. Going into the next few weeks, what's the plan for the 43? Is it obviously the win is still the goal, but at some point, do you shift from that first win of the season to now just trying to ensure that you'll have a spot in the 10-man playoffs coming up in about another month and a half, 2 months?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it shifted from going to the win to maximize points as soon as I knew I wasn't going to get by Elijah. Just obviously, first of all, shout out to him for getting the win done, getting that win there. He was really fast tonight. We worked together really well. But it's just try to focus. Just do what we did tonight, other than the stupid move I pulled on the last lap. Be up front, lead laps, get bonus points, and have a shot at the win. Put yourself in a position for the win. And there's a lot of good tracks coming up. I have Pocono circled because that track means a lot to me. And I mean, to win there would be awesome. But just to honestly just keep doing what we're doing. We'll try to figure the road courses out, but I think we'll definitely have a lot of speed at tracks like Pocono, New Hampshire. We'll have to figure Gateway out. But I think looking back on it now, I mean, if I could have gone back and redid that, I would have just given Shane third or second. I feel really bad for the move, but at the end of the day, I'm also fighting for a spot here. Like, I'm just trying to, it's every man for himself at some point.
Well, buddy, last question I got for you before I let you head out. Is there anybody want to thank Night Friends, family sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, just want to thank my teammates, Elijah, Chris, Joseph, and Elijah, Chris, and Joseph. Great teammates, and I'm so glad we got Falcon Motorsports back to victory lane tonight. I want to thank you for doing the broadcast. It's gonna hurt a little bit to go back and watch that last lap. I hate to keep bringing it up, but I feel awful, and I just want to thank anyone who's watching, any friends or family. Support means everything to me. So just go do what we did. Just go move on to next week and try to shake it off.
All right, buddy. Well, Mike Hauser, hell of a John tonight. It'll be a second place tonight in Indianapolis for the 43. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yep. Colton Ward, Garrett Jings up here, broadcast. Big got a copy, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'll ask you this one. Were you worried that the tires would not be able to hold up to the 16 or the 43?
I kind of thought I was going to come back near the end. They kind of staggered at the end, though. Like, I was able to keep up with Mike and Shane. But, I don't know, I kind of, like, as soon as we got, like, lined up, I kind of thought we were going to start gaining on Elijah, but that didn't happen. We just kind of stayed at the same pace.
Well, I'll tell you this, after a very intense night, caution field, to say the least, not near as many cautions in the last race, the last time we were here that we had, but take me through that. Was it so much of guys going in over their heads, or was it, just trying to get in track position? What did you feel like was happening with the intensity level tonight? Because it seemed like you were around all that and just managed not to get involved in some of the stuff.
Yeah, people will just be taking runs as soon as, like, they're gaining on cars. They're blocking 3 wide on straightaways. Yeah, that's really about it. They're just blocking when people are trying to pass them. Everyone's trying to pass each other as soon as they, like, are going a little bit faster.
Well, a hell of a night for Colton Ward. Right now holds 3 wins of the season. Last question I got for you before I let you heads out there. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Just thank you guys for doing this each week.
All right, buddy. For Colton Ward tonight, it'll be a 3rd place run at Indianapolis. He'll turn his attention to Watkins Glen next week. Appreciate your time, buddy. Hell of a job.
Yep.
With that being said, go through the starting lineup. Damn it. Go through the results for tonight. Elijah Fisher, the winner. Mike Hauser, Colton Ward, Travis Farmer, Thomas Hernandez, top 5. Stephen Henney, Ben Kennert, Jason Williams, Shane Hart, Jackson Hadaway, the top 10. Chris Lauda, David McCullough, Robert Wilhoit, Zeb Johnson, Ty Wilson, Josh Henderson, Brent Hammerhead, Tyler Stone. That's the top 18. On down through the rest of the field. Bobby Hadaway, Cade Cannon, Joseph Maddox, Matt Morrison, Wade Alexander, 26 Amilo, Robert McKay, Jesse Glover. Rounds out the 27 car field for tonight. So, tomorrow night, off night. Wednesday night on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. MMS, I'm sure to come. HGR, Thursday night on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. Of course, the Midnight Contender Series. Be live on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. Inspired will not be Saturday night. Taking a weekend off for my birthday. I need a break, to be honest with you, and I cannot think of a better way. With that being said, Elijah Fisher, congratulations are in order yet again. He'll go back-to-back at Indianapolis, and I will see everybody Wednesday night for MMS. Everybody have a good night. Take it easy. We'll see you Wednesday.